Hello there, and welcome to my series where I will hopefully teach you a thing or two about Dodgeball. This video will go over the basics. We'll learn some terminology, talk about the structure of the game, and go over the unspoken rules of Dodgeball. Alright, let's get started. First of all, I'd like to acquaint you with the Dodgeball. This ball works just like any other ball in real life. You can throw it, catch it, and even bounce it. You grab the ball by pressing either the trigger or the grip on either one of your controllers. Don't worry about bending over to pick it up, because in Rec Room, you can grab objects from far away. You can make a throwing motion and let go to propel it through the air, which is the goal, isn't it? This is the Dodgeball court. There are two sides for the two teams, red and blue. In the middle, there are the three dodgeballs that you'll be working with. Once the game starts, there's an invisible collision that won't let you out of the court. It also doesn't let you go over this line to your opponent's side. The scoreboard up here or over there will let you start the game and switch teams. Let's talk a little bit about the game itself. The game of Dodgeball is a best 3 of 5 game, which means that you need 3 points to win, and there is a maximum of 5 rounds in the game. There is no time limit in a Dodgeball game, but I wouldn't recommend standing around and waiting for your opponent to make a move. Once the whistle blows, you and your two teammates can move around. You can either go up to the middle of the court, which we call the front line, and fight for a dodgeball, or you can stay back and play a little more defensively. If you get out, you're out for that round. You cannot be revived, and you'll sit here on the sidelines until one team wins the point. The gameplay continues until one team reaches 3 points. Okay, so now that we've learned a little bit about the game itself, I'd like to take a moment to introduce you to the unspoken rules of Dodgeball that are usually followed in respectful lobbies. Rule number 1, do not frontline. Frontlining is the process of hitting someone at the front line, hence the name. People hate being frontlined, and it's easy to see why. It's kind of annoying. In competitive lobbies, players might allow frontlining, but the general rule in public lobbies is to wait for people to back up before throwing, so they have a chance to catch it. Number 2, do not strafe. The way in which I will be teaching you how to play Dodgeball in this series is the way that I would generally play. So if you would rather strafe and play that way, I do not recommend watching this series. Strafing is considered very annoying. It is not how most people play Dodgeball. It drags the game out for way too long. Strafing basically makes the game boring for everyone else. Rule number 3, don't overdo the flicks, curves, extendos, etc. You need variety. Doing a flick or curve every once in a while is fine. They're pretty fun, and that's the point of playing the game. It is recommended to use variety in your throws, however. Don't just do the same thing over and over. Find a couple different doubles to do and cycle through them. This keeps the game interesting and might give you an edge when playing. Rule number 4, please do not trash talk or be toxic. I feel like this one should go without saying, but there are so many trash talkers in Dodgeball and it's not fun for anyone. If it's sarcastic or you're joking with a friend, it's different. But being genuinely salty or cussing someone out will generally get you vote kicked and reported. Rule number 5. This is the most important rule of all. Have fun. Of course, you want to be good at Dodgeball and build your skill, but it is important to have fun while doing so. It's not like you always have to follow every rule and play a certain way all the time. These rules are just general courtesy that you can still show while having fun. Well, that about wraps up all that I have to teach for the first episode. Next episode, we'll go into a little more detail on how to throw and the different types of throws. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.